Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Snowtrooper from the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series. This guy is pretty cool, but before we take a closer look at him, let's go ahead and take a look at his packaging. Here it is. It's pretty much what we've seen from all of the recent Black Series figures. Nice big window here on the front to display the figure, and then a grayscale version of the character done down here in the corner. And then on the back, it's got a brief description. If you'd like to read that, you can go ahead and just pause the video. And then again, there's a picture of the character on the back. So let's go ahead and get back to the figure itself here. This Snowtrooper stands at exactly 6 inches tall. So he's right in scale with all of your other Black Series figures. And he does come with 3 accessories. The first one here is his backpack, which is really well detailed. It's got all of this really nice writing on there. Everything's pretty clean. The only thing I don't like about this backpack is they hollowed it out on the back to save like a quarter of a penny or whatever. But the only problem with that is it doesn't fit super flush to his back, and then from certain angles you can peek right in and see that gap, which I don't really like that much. It's not a huge deal, of course, but you know, I wish that Hasbro had put that plastic in there so that you couldn't see that spot, or made it fit more, you know, flush to the figure. The next accessory is his blaster here. We've seen this one before. Nice sculpt work and everything on there, and then just a little bit of silver paint there to add just a little bit of detail. So pretty nice accessory here. And then of course there is this blaster here. Ton of dry brushing on there, really great detail. So this is a really nice accessory, and then it's got some good size too, which again is pretty nice. As far as the figure's articulation goes, some parts are good and other parts are kind of meh. So we'll go ahead and go through them here. So in the head, he's got a ball peg on the top, doesn't have the greatest range of motion, and then there's a hinge underneath there where you're going to get most of the motion from this figure. It's super stiff though, and I don't want to break the figure, so not the greatest range there in the head. The shoulders are really well done. Like on a lot of the figures, the armor actually tucks in there to give greater range and then hide the joint when it's out here. So that's really nice, and then of course those do swivel 360. Hinged elbows there, about 90 degrees, maybe a little bit better, and then they're able to overextend backwards, which is really weird. I don't know why they would have not just, you know, left a little bit of plastic there to keep it from going over. It's not a huge deal, of course, because you don't have to pose them that way, but just an odd choice from Hasbro. And then there is a swivel there as well. There's a hinge in the wrist here, nice range of motion, then it swivels. On this side it runs horizontally, and then on this side it runs vertically again with a swivel. In his torso, he does have a ball peg. It doesn't give the greatest range of motion, but it's definitely serviceable. And they did try, you know, some of it can't be helped because of the, you know, just the design of the armor, but the chest is made of a softer plastic to try and move out of the way, and so is the belt. So you can kind of you know, bend it, you know, in the places that you want, and get it to do the poses you want. He does have T-jointed hips, has a pretty decent range coming forward, nothing really back because of the tunic here, or the you know, whatever this is called. And then out to the sides, you know, you can't really pose it that well. The belt and the tunic thing get in the way, and it's not because of the, you know, the design of the hips. It is this little piece of vinyl here. So kind of disappointing that they couldn't have made the belt just a little bit more flexible, you know, to try and get out of the way there. I guess it's not a huge deal. It's just something I wish they could have done better. He does have a thigh swivel hidden in there, double jointed knees with a really nice range of motion. If I can get that top hinge to go. There we go. And then there is a hinge at the ankle with an ankle rocker. So aside from the problems with the, you know, the articulation, I do have a couple problems with the overall look of the figure. I wish they had gone with a more white color for the fabric. You know, the armor is so perfectly white and then the the pants and stuff are like a brown tan color. So I wish they had either weathered the armor more or brought back the browns in this here. Another problem I have is when you've got him looking straight forward, there is a little bit of a gap here, and that's to allow for the articulation. And it's pretty easy to get rid of when posing, but since the articulation in the head isn't the best anyway, it's something to point out. So overall, I have a lot of complaints about this figure. None of them make the figure horrible. Obviously, you can get him into most poses. I mean, he does come with a lot of accessories, but it's just not the greatest figure, especially for a character that I really like overall. But not so bad to worth passing over. But if you only can pick a couple, this may be one to pass over just because it's not great. But anyway, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.